Happy Monday, guys. Today is Monday, October 1st, and I feel like it's a double whammy because we have the first of the month and we also have a Monday. And so I am just stoked when this happens because I go into goal setting mode. So yesterday, I'm sitting down and my goal setting was like 2 hours long, which I get so giddy on it. I'm like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I just absolutely love it. So I thought, gosh, this would make a really great podcast episode. I can fill you guys in on kind of what I do to set and keep my goals. And I create these goals and I make sure that they're in a healthy and sustainable way. Before, I used to set goals that were either not specific, not actually attainable, or I just fell off the bandwagon. Like I had no system in play where I was like, I'm going to execute, I'm going to do all these plans and then follow through. I always fell off the bandwagon. So I want to share with you just some things that I do to keep me accountable, to keep me motivated, to keep things simple, so that I can actually reach those goals. You know, it's closing in on the last quarter of the year, which is just crazy to think of. We only have 3 months left of 2018. So like now is the time to take action on all the things that you've wanted to do over the year. Like you have 3 months left. So I am just stoked. This year has been more incredible than I could even imagine. Like every month I recap how the last month went, because I'm such a go-getter and I'm so ambitious and I'm always looking for the next step that I often forget all of the really cool shit that I've done. So I look back and I'm like, wow, I did this and I did that and I did this. And so over the course of the year, I've managed to grow my business beyond what I thought possible, grow my community beyond what I thought possible, take vacations that I never even thought possible. Oh my goodness. The things that I've done this year, part of me has always been like, okay, this is a possibility. But for them to actually happen has just been incredible. I can't explain to you how happy I am and grateful I am that the universe has just helped me. I'm like at a loss for words. Like I'm just so happy. I'm so grateful. Everything that I have wanted has been working out, and it hasn't always been easy. Like I say that and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so grateful. I mean, I really am. But you guys, like it was work. Like I had to dig deep. I had to take action. I had the not so good days and then I had the really good days. You know, I feel like life is just a roller coaster. You have these extreme highs and you have these extreme lows. And so what I'm trying to do is just trying to, level out my roller coaster. But looking back over 2018, I couldn't be happier. And so today's episode, I want to share with you some tips on goal setting to help you achieve your goals for the rest of the year, no matter what they are, whether they're personal, professional, family, I don't care. You can use these tools in any goal setting form. So first thing I want you to do is buy a freaking planner. If you have not bought a planner yet, you need to jump on that bandwagon ASAP. Go get $1, $2. I don't care how it looks. You can get a fancy one. You can make your own at Hobby Lobby. You can do whatever you want. Like I have mine. I got mine. It's called a passion planner. And I got it at passionplanner.com, and I absolutely love it. It helps me keep track of my goals. It helps me recap my month. It reminds me on how I want to feel and what's most important in my life. And it breaks everything down into like 30-minute increments so that I can like block out time for me, time for work, time for business. And work and business are two different things because I am a therapeutic writing instructor. So that would be classified as my work, where my business would be my coaching, my podcast, my sales calls, all these other things that I do on my own. That would be my business, right? So those are two separate goals for me, two separate entities. But I put all of these things in my passion planner, every single thing. And then my other thing that I suggest that you do is get a journal. Again, it doesn't need to be fancy. It's not like a Dear Diary journal. It's more or less a notebook that you need to do your brain dumps in so you can figure out how much stuff is going on in your head. You could put it all out on the paper, all your goals, all your hopes, all your dreams, all your to-do lists, all of your tasks, everything that you need to do needs to go into this notebook. I need to slow down. I get really excited. I love talking about goal setting, and sometimes I forget that I talk a million miles an hour when I get excited. So I'll simplify this for you guys, or I'll start slowing down for you guys. Okay. So now we have our planner. Now we have our notebook. The first thing I want you to do is decide on a goal. Decide on your goal. What is this goal? Is it to grow your business? Is it to be healthier? Is it to go on more date nights? Like, what is your goal for this month? And I want you to be specific. So if you want to grow your business, what do you want to do to grow your business? Do you want more clients? Do you want more money? If so, how much money? How many clients? How are you going to make that happen? If you want to be healthier, are you going to just add nutrition into your diet? Are you going to hire a coach? Are you going to work out every day for 30 minutes? What are you going to do? How many pounds do you want to lose? Or do you just want to tone up? Or is it a feeling goal? Like, what is the goal? And then if you want to do more date nights, okay, great. Do you want friend date nights or spouse date nights or both? If so, how many? Get specific. The more specific you are, the better it is. Maybe don't worry so much about the how details, but the what, okay? And then I want you to think about, how is this goal going to make you feel? Sometimes we get so caught up in what the end goal is that we forget on what the feeling is that we're after, right? So if I want to grow my business, great. It's not about the money, and sometimes it's not about the clients. It's about how I want to feel growing that business. And so some of the words that come to mind for me are abundant, alive, energized, motivated, inspirational. That's how I want to feel. I want to feel abundant because the more that I can grow my business, the more I can give back. And the more alive and energized it makes me feel, right? There's nothing better than being able to make money on your own, grow your own business, and then being able to turn around. And I celebrate all the time. Anytime I sign out a new client, I'm like, yes, I'm so excited for this person, and that I'm excited for me, and this is a real thing, and I'm helping more people. And it's that feeling that I'm after, right? The money's always the second thing that comes to mind. I'm like, oh yeah, they paid me. But really, I get so excited about growing my community and growing my tribe and helping people. And so it's that feeling that I'm after. And in the sense of that, I'm also growing my business, and I'm also growing my bank account, right? But those aren't the necessarily the things that I'm after. Like, money's not the thing I'm after. And if money is your goal, it's not technically the money that you're after, right? I could just throw a big pile of cash in your living room and you'd be like, great, this is awesome. Let's go spend it. You don't want it just sitting in your living room. It's not the actual money that you're after. It's what the money will bring you, the feeling that money will bring you, the things that money will bring you, the experiences that money will bring you. That is what you're after. You're not after that actual physical paper money, or that card, or that gift card, or whatever the hell people pay you with, like, or that wire transfer. Half the time we don't even see the money, right? It's never about the money. It's about what the money provides, how the money makes you feel, and the experiences that you get to have, right? And so, like with the health and fitness, if you want to be healthy, like, how is that going to make you feel? Probably make you feel good, make you feel confident, make you feel sexy. Like, those are the things that you're going for, right? And as long as you can feel that way, I mean, that's the feeling, the core. Okay, so let me take a step back. A book I want you to read, write this down or listen to it, is called The Desire Map by Danielle Laporte. And she talks about core desired feelings. This has been a game changer for me on figuring out how I want to feel and how I can implement action steps to feel that way today. Okay. So check it out. I could go on and on and on about how we want to feel, but for the sake of time, go read the book. It's a good one. Okay, next what I want you to do is write it down. Write it everywhere. Whatever your goal is, put it on Post-it notes, put it in your phone, make it your computer password, put it on your fridge, put it on your dream board, write it on your bathroom mirror. Put it everywhere so you will see it daily. And then repeat it to yourself every time you see it. Okay? That's what I want you to, and the more you see it, the better. You can put it on your dashboard in your car. You can put it at work, write it on your coffee cup, set alarms, do whatever you need to do to keep this goal in sight every single day. I think a lot of times when I used to set goals, I would fail because I would have this really cool, elaborate goal, and then I would never write it down anywhere. And I'm like, I don't even remember what my goal was. So write it everywhere, no matter what it is. Write it down, post it everywhere. I have goals in my phone all over the place. I just have timers going off all the time. That's like, hey, Sasha, do this goal. Hey, Sasha, do that goal. But I want you to keep it short and simple. So maybe just a few words that remind you of your goal. You don't have to write out this big giant paragraph every time, right? So keep it short, sweet. What's the essence of the goal? Repeat it daily and often. See it everywhere. And just check in with yourself all the time. Did I do this goal today? If not, how can I make this happen today? Oh, yes, this is my goal today. How can I make this happen? Oh, I already did that goal today. Okay, now I need to celebrate. Okay, next, the other thing that I do is I have accountability partners. I have several accountability partners. I have accountability partners everywhere. My latest thing is like checking in with the partners of the group that I'm in, checking in with my groups, checking in with my husband, and then I have a couple friends that I check in with. I have accountability partners everywhere. And sometimes I just say it to give it life. You know, a lot of times we keep our goals to ourselves, and it's almost like it doesn't make it a real goal until you say it out loud or write it or tell somebody about it. So just the act of me saying it to somebody helps me hold it accountable. Sorry, guys, I'm walking around my house because I get really excited. So I'm just kind of like walking around, talking about goals, having a happy Monday. But you can never have too many accountability partners. I highly suggest that you find somebody that's going to help hold you accountable too. I had a couple accountability partners when I was younger, in the sense of like workout buddies and stuff. But I can kind of be manipulative. Is that a word? I can manipulate people to see things and think things that I want them to, like I used to, or I would be like, oh, I really need a rest day. And then I would go into this big extreme excuse on why I needed a rest day and why they needed a rest day too. And really it was just, I didn't want to do it. So make sure that your accountability partner can also call you out on your bullshit. Which has probably been one of the biggest things for me when I hired a coach. She was like, I'm going to call you out on your shit. And I'm like, oh God. Okay, that's probably exactly what I need though, because I have a lot of shit. I have a lot of bullshit excuses that I would feed myself and feed everybody else on why I couldn't do the things that I really wanted to do. Like I went through a phase where I wanted to work out every day at these at-home workouts when I first started. But I was like, I can't work out in front of my boyfriend, because he was my boyfriend at the time. And so I would make these excuses that like, I can't work out in front of him. What if he judges me? Blah, 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 blah. And now I just don't give a shit. But it took me a while. It took me a hot minute to get over my own shit, because that was just an excuse. Like he didn't really care. And even if he did care, so what? I wasn't working out for him. I was working out to make me feel better. But that was an obstacle. That was a bullshit excuse. And so that was something I had to overcome, and I had to have somebody help call me out on it. Like, hey, Sasha, like you're not going to get in shape, or you're not going to be healthy if you just keep sitting on the couch bitching about your boyfriend watching you work out. So get accountability partners, and get real accountability partners that can actually call you out and make you do it. Okay. Next, I want you to break these goals down into sustainable steps. Or you can think of this as reverse engineering. So you have your big goal in mind that you want for the end of the month or the end of the year, okay? So let's say you want 10 clients by the end of October. Okay, great. How are you going to reach these clients. I want you to answer the who, what, where, when, why, hows of the goal. So how are you going to reach these clients? Who are you going to talk to? Are you going to advertise? Are you going to do freebies? Are you going to reach out individually to everybody? Are you going to send out email sequences? Are you going to post in your stories? Are you going to do live videos? Like, how are you going to do this? How? And how often? When? What times of the day? Are you going to set Wednesdays aside to reach out to new clients? Are you going to do free consultations? How is it going to look? And if you think about it, if you want 10 clients, if you go by the 10X rule, you would have to reach out to, 100 people at least, right? If I know anything from being in sales and talking to people, I've been in sales for a very long time, and I'm pretty sure I've mastered the sales conversation, and I freaking love figuring out what people's problems are, what their struggles are, and telling them if and how I can solve it. And that's really all sales is, not to get off on a tangent, but I love sales, and I love figuring out how to help people solve problems, right? Like, that's all sales is just you're figuring out somebody's problem and you're finding a solution for them, and that's it. And I think we overthink sales so much. Anyways, I digress. So your sales, right? If you've read the 10X book, you'll know that you have to 10X whatever your goal is in order to actually make that goal happen. And I wouldn't even stop there. Hell, reach out to 200 clients, right? And another thing that I learned in sales is for every 10 people you talk to, 3 will probably give you the time of day. 1 person will purchase from you. It's the 10-3-1 rule, right? So think about that. How, who, what, where, when, why, how? What's your target market? How do they look? What kind of people are you speaking to? If you're speaking to everybody, you're speaking to nobody. It's one thing I've learned in sales. You can't speak to everybody because you can't sell the same product to a 50-year-old man and an 18-year-old high school woman, right? They're not the same person. They don't have the same wants or needs or struggles. You have to figure out what the problem is and who you're talking to. Okay? Or if you want to lose weight each month, how does that look? You want to lose 10 pounds? Awesome. I think you can do it. I know you can do it, right? How does that look though? How many days a week are you going to exercise? Are you going to restrict your calories? Or are you just going to add nutrition? How much water are you going to drink a day? Who's going to hold you accountable? Back to the accountability. Break it down into sustainable steps. Baby steps. Not too much all at once. Do what feels good, but make sure that you're pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. Because we don't grow in a comfort zone. It's impossible. It doesn't happen. The only time that you grow is when you lean into that discomfort and do the uncomfortable thing. And I'm not talking to the point where it's like analysis paralysis, where you overthink it to the point where you don't do anything. Let's be honest, we all overthink. You're probably overthinking this podcast right now. You're like, oh my God, there's so much stuff I have to do. Slow down, slow your roll, simplify it. Baby steps. What's the next right step? And that's all you need to do. Pick one thing a day that you can stick to. If you're exercising, great. Do it every day. Check it off. Check in with your partner. Make it happen. And then what I want you to do is celebrate the little wins. I celebrate every time I sign a new client. Every time. I am over the moon happy. And I don't know if I'm happy for me or if I'm happy for them or if I'm just happy for both, because I'm like, woo, shit's happening. I'm so excited. And then I run around the house like a mad person and I yell at my husband and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to help somebody else. I'm so excited. And he's like, oh my God, Sasha, you need to take a chill pill. But I have to take a minute and celebrate those wins, because you guys, that is what is the point in life if we're not having fun and celebrating this stuff? If you lose a pound, celebrate. If you have a date night, celebrate. Whatever your goal is, celebrate the baby steps. Celebrate the whole freaking way, because it's just going to make it that much more fun. Every single step of the way, celebrate. I had some girls in my group that I make them do live videos every now and then. Actually, that reminds me, I'm going to make them do live videos today. I shouldn't say make them. I'm going to suggest, forcefully suggest that everybody does live videos. But I remember telling them, like, you guys, celebrate that, because that can be so scary for some people. The thought of going live or the thought of public speaking is terrifying. Not so much to me anymore. You can just kind of put me on the spot whenever. I've done it so much that I still get nervous, but not like debilitating, like where I can't function. But the first time that these girls did it, I'm like, yes, I don't care if you turn on your phone for 2 minutes and just sit there and stutter. Like, you did it. Celebrate. That is a live video. I don't care how it looks. It doesn't have to be perfect. If I've learned anything, well, I say that a lot. I've learned that it's about progress, not perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. Nobody is going to remember what that video looked like. They're just going to remember that you did it. And you need to celebrate that, because that is a huge deal. No matter what your goal is, it is a huge deal. It's all a big deal. You only get one life to live. Why are you sitting on the sidelines watching everybody else live theirs? You can do it too. I know you can. I believe in you. But I need you to believe in you. I can sit here and talk in my phone all damn day. But until you start taking action in your life, I can't help you. I can sit here and be inspirational, motivational, give you all the tips and tricks and tools and how you can overcome obstacles. But ultimately, I have to pass the ball in your court, and then you have to take action. This is all on you. You are the only thing holding you back. Truth bomb. All right, guys. Last but not least, if you fall, get back up. Give yourself permission to not be perfect. No matter what, keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Learn to slow down, not to stop. Learn to slow down, not to stop. I like to think, is it the law of physics? Don't quote me on this, but there is a saying, a body in motion stays in motion, right? But when you stop, you have to build up that much more energy and inertia, I think is the word I'm looking for, maybe, to get that ball rolling again, right? Whereas if you just slow down, it's so much easier to pick back up momentum. So just learn to slow down instead of stop. Stop giving up on yourself. Stop. Just stop giving up on yourself. If you stop one thing, I want you to stop giving up on yourself. And that's it. All right, guys? I believe in you. Go set some goals for this month. Rock this month of October. Rock this last quarter of the year. Go get it. Figure out what you want in life. How do you want to feel? What's important to you? Are you tired of your own bullshit? Are you tired of sitting on the sidelines and watching everybody else be happy and live their lives? And I shouldn't say it like that. It's not that we're not all happy, but sometimes you just have that feeling of being stuck or that feeling of wanting more. Like, that's what I'm talking about. We all have first world problems. If you're listening to this right now, first world problems, right? We all eat food. We all have a roof over our head. We all have phones. You're listening to this right now, and you're probably in your car. So that means you have a car. First world problems. But that doesn't mean that we can't have more. Abundance is all around. And by you being abundant, that just means that you're going to give back more to other people. So by you filling your soul's desire, you actually will be able to give back more to other people. Maybe your children, maybe your family, maybe your husband, maybe your community, maybe your job, whatever it is that you're passionate about. Hell, maybe you don't even know what you're passionate about. Maybe that's your goal, is to find your passion and your purpose in life. It's a pretty awesome goal. I like that one. How are you going to do it? Go back, listen to this podcast over, write down all them steps. And if you're really feeling stuck and you're like, Sasha, I have no idea where to start or how to do this or if I can do this. Sometimes self-doubt just kills us, right? All that self-doubt. Can I do this? Am I worth it? Will it work? What if I fail? You're probably going to fail. Let's just be honest. You'll probably fail once or twice, maybe 3 times. Hell, I've lost track of how many times I've failed. I have not done anything perfect in my life. The one thing that I am good at is failing. But I'm also good at getting back up. And I'm also good at sharing what doesn't work with everybody else. You can learn from my mistakes or you can make your own. Some people learn best that way. I know I do. You can tell me blue in the face to not do something, and until I experience it myself, it's probably not going to click. But if you're feeling stuck, reach out. Maybe I can help you. Maybe I can point you in the right direction. Either way, know that you are supported and I believe in you. And today is an awesome day to have an awesome day. All right, ladies, go out there, do something super badass today. All right, talk to you later.